One of these days I'm going to figure this out. This whole thing, being consistent, making videos more, but probably not, let's be real. What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex. This is a little thing that we call Jabber. And before we get started, I guess I should crack a beer. We got some garage beer by Braxton Brewing out of Covington, Kentucky. It's about an hour away from me. Delicious, simple lager for a simple man doing a simple podcast that really nobody's ever gonna watch. Is this even a podcast? Can you even consider it a podcast? I'm really confused. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. As I said in my intro, I'm gonna not be consistent as I always am because Jabber is the most inconsistent, unprofessional, and just downright idiotic podcast on the internet. I like that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt and just fill the whole thing up. So you know, whenever you're walking down the street and somebody sees the shirt, they literally have to stop and do one of those and like actually read it, and then it'll make everybody feel really weird. But you know, I like it. Anyway, cheers. We got some cool stuff to cover today. I obviously haven't uploaded a video since May, since the first Andor trailer came out, and that's fine. You don't need me to. 10 of you are gonna watch this anyway. And I apologize in advance if my dog is annoying, because she is gonna be squeaking her squeaker toy probably throughout the entire thing. You might hear it occasionally. She might come in here and try to bug me about it. Who knows? There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried to hide it. I actually hid it for a week, and I felt bad, so I gave it back to her today. It's the most obnoxious squeaking toy you could ever imagine having a crazy Dalmatian to see. You hear it? She'll keep doing it. She will do it all day long. We might end up taking it from her by the end of this video. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon premiered last night. One second. Stella. Oh God. Anyway, I just made some curry, so my entire place smells like a Middle Eastern man's asshole, which I guess is pretty fucking delicious because I love curry. So, whatever. Anyway, Game of Thrones House of the Dragon premiered last night. Everybody's talking about it, including one of the stupidest tweets I think I've ever seen after one episode premiere of a brand new show. I don't know who this guy is. Never heard of him before. Obviously nobody else has. He's not really he's a nobody like me on Twitter. Probably only has 20 followers. I don't know. I didn't dig into it that hard. I saw it posted on Facebook, and I laughed so hard I shit my pants. So anyway, House of the Dragon. This tweet, this guy, I don't remember the tweet verbatim, but the consensus of the tweet was that House of the Dragon was better than Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad combined as an entire series. Which has got to be the most retarded fucking thing I've ever heard in my life from any person on the internet besides anything else that a retarded person says on the internet, which is usually a daily occurrence. So that was pretty funny. I laughed really hard. I can't believe that you can't even make that opinion based on one episode of a show that was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's incredible. I wouldn't say it's great. I can't really say that I loved it. I definitely liked it a lot, but it didn't, I don't know. I have to see more. That's how any premiere is. Like, unless it's like just fucking insane right out of the gate, you're not really gonna know what your opinion is until you get a couple episodes in, at least for me. I don't know how you guys feel. Drop a fucking confusing comment in the comments and let me know. But I thought it was pretty good. It was great to be back in the Game of Thrones world. I love that about it because I love the entire Game of Thrones universe and I love the lore and I love everything about it. I think it's a really cool atmosphere that they've created and a cool world that George R.R. Martin created with the original books. But still, it is not enough for me to say that it's better than Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones as a whole. That's just stupid to say. It is. It's dumb. One of the stupidest things I've ever heard. But was it good? Yes. I quite enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Matt Smith. He was definitely the standout of the entire show. I like King Viserys, I think his name is. Again, it's gonna be like Game of Thrones. It's gonna take me like an entire season to really know who everyone is and all of that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, my only concern about it right now, and I had this concern going in, is that they're gonna take the young woman, who's like the main Targaryen that becomes the heir to the throne midway through the episode. She gets named the heir to the throne, and that pisses Matt Smith off, and now it's gonna cause this whole divided civil war within the Targaryens, which will be really cool. But my biggest concern is that they're gonna take Dany's story essentially and kind of do the exact same thing, but just make up for season 8 of Game of Thrones, I guess. Like they take the basis of her in season 1 and her brother and their button heads, but they're gonna turn it into like a giant all-out war between the family, which will be, I guess that'll be pretty cool. I just don't know. I have to see more before I can even say much about it, which I will probably do a weekly Game of Thrones House of the Dragon show. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to react to it. That takes way too much time to do, and I don't have the time anymore, clearly. I really didn't even want to be this consistent. And this is me being consistent, like 2 uploads a year. I'm going to try and do better. When Andor comes out, I'm definitely going to do a weekly Andor show. Either here or on my buddy's channel. We're trying to figure it out. I have a buddy of mine who wants to do something on their channel. Like him and his buddy have a YouTube channel, and I guess they want to see if I can be on it, but we'll see how that goes. If not, it'll be here. If it's not here, it'll be over there, and I will make a video and tell you all to go over there. Anyway, with that being said, what did you guys think of House of the Dragon? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a good start. The jousting scene, spoiler, in this episode, hands down, better than the one in the first season of Game of Thrones. Easily. That shit was badass. If you love Game of Thrones, you'll probably love this first episode because it gives you basically everything that you'd want in a Game of Thrones kind of series. It's brutal. There's titties. There's people banging. And the lead character is 100% a lesbian. They haven't confirmed it though, but she's gonna be a lesbian. We're getting PC everywhere, guys. It's gonna be oozing with, hopefully not oozing with wokeness, but oozing with progressiveness and inclusion, because they've never had that before. Anyway, I'm gonna be oozing. You're gonna be oozing. The whole show's gonna be oozing. Moving on, because I don't want to do this anymore. I've already recorded this twice, and I want to get through my notes. All right. Anyway, I recently started listening to the Darth Plagueis novel by James Luceno that came out in 2012, I believe. For some fucked up, stupid reason, I have never read it. And conveniently enough, Amazon sent me an email and was like, "Hey, Alex, you haven't gotten a free trial of Audible. Do you want a free 30-day trial of Audible?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I was on a work trip in New York, and I needed something to listen to while I was driving back and forth from my hotel to the site I was working at, and God damn it, is that book excellent. Excellent. I mean, seriously, I don't read a lot, if you couldn't tell. I really don't read that much. I'm stubborn about it. I'd rather just have somebody else read it for me and tell me what the fuck is going on. Or I'll just read a summary, or find out everything there is to know about a specific character on, like, you know, a fan page or something like Wikipedia that'll tell me literally the entire history of said character, like I did with Darth Plagueis. I know basically everything about Darth Plagueis. Now, I knew a lot going in, but I fucking know a shit ton about him now. Which is hilarious, given how big of a Star Wars fan that I am. I guess I'm not that big of a fan as I thought I was. God, I haven't read every novel, I haven't read every comic, I haven't played every video game. I've played the majority of them, though. I guess I'm not a real fan, guys. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, I love Star Wars. This book made me appreciate the prequels like 100 times more. I mean, like, it's like 100 times more. Specifically, The Phantom Menace, because the book ends kind of midway through The Phantom Menace, and I immediately had to go back and watch The Phantom Menace. The second that I finished the book, I popped that fucking movie on, thanks to Disney Plus. But it is hands down one of the best Star Wars anything that I've ever read or listened to. Now, I did read the Thrawn trilogy way back, like when I was in fucking high school, but I don't know. This and the Thrawn trilogy are right there neck and neck. I'm addicted. But this to me needs to be canon. The Thrawn trilogy does too, and that should have been the sequel trilogy. We all know that. But the Plagueis novel needs to be canon, and I hope that they just canonize it. They should, because it is like, which they can't now because they've already ruined that with fucking episode 9, the worst one. I will die on that hill. The Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever made. Ever. Hands down, the worst one ever made. I will watch The Last Jedi 1,000 times before I watch The Rise of Skywalker ever again. And I can't stand The Last Jedi after years of meditation. But honestly, I probably won't watch the sequels ever again. That's neither here nor there. We're getting distracted here. They need to make that canon. They need to retcon the whole Palpatine created Anakin from the Force thing, and it needs to just be Plagueis that did it, because Palpatine had no fucking clue who this kid was in the book, basically. He found out who Anakin was through you know, just how he finds out in the fucking movie. He did not know that Plagueis created Anakin from the Force. I believe that they figure it out towards the end, like it kind of hints at it. Again, I'm really bad at retaining information. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because D23 is like a couple weeks away, and I'm really hoping that we get some more Star Wars news, specifically about the Acolyte. Fuck the Marvel news. I don't give a shit, all right? Tell me who's going to be in the Fantastic Four. Tell me who the director is. That's all I care about. Marvel is boring the ever-living fuck out of me right now. Anyway, I want Star Wars content more than I want Marvel content. I need The Acolyte to be one of the best shows that they have ever done. I need it to be dark. I need it to be brutal. I need it to be weird and sinister and fucking just disgusting. I need it to be so evil that I don't want it to be made for kids, which it's unfortunate because they're going to have to. Make it for like preteens, fine. Maybe even just teenagers, and then us, the rest of us. We need dark Star Wars content, and this is our chance to have it. And they need to adapt some of this novel, and I think that they could, because the showrunner, I don't know her name. She did Russian Doll, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's really good. If you all know her name, please put it in the comments. I'm not looking it up right now. Anyway, I saw an interview with her a couple weeks ago, and she was saying that she was a real big fan of the novels, specifically the Legends novels, the EU novels, which is a excellent sign of confidence. Honestly, none of the other showrunners have even said that. Not even Deborah Chow, and clearly, but the fact that she said that she was an expanded universe fan and loves the novels, that tells me that she's 100% going to adapt at least the first part of the Plagueis novel, because if you haven't read the Plagueis novel, it's split up into 3 different parts. From it starts in like 67 BBY, before the Battle of Yavin, if you don't know what the hell that is. And then it leads up. It's weird. So it starts in like 67 BBY to like 64 BBY or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. That's just a rough estimate. And then it goes into like 41 to 45 BBY and then 34 to 32 BBY, which leads in right into the middle of the Phantom Menace when Palpatine becomes Chancellor in the movie. That's basically when the book ends, and then he kills Plagueis. So Plagueis is alive throughout most of the Phantom Menace, which is a shame we didn't get to see him, honestly. But I get it. It would have confused the whole. I don't know. It could have made the entire sequel trilogy way cooler if they had Plagueis and Sidious, and then you see Sidious kill Plagueis, and then he has Maul. Because I didn't even know this. I don't know how I didn't know this. Just, I guess, from not reading the novel. I had no fucking clue that Palpatine was like gifted Maul as an infant child by his mother on Dathomir. Like it blew my fucking mind. Which if you haven't read the novel, I'm sorry. It's, I don't give a shit about the spoiler alert, like, even though I get mad when people spoil stuff for me. But anyway, so he was like training Maul as like this assassin the entire time he was an apprentice to Plagueis, and basically just vetting him until the time where he kills Plagueis, and then he just weans him in as his apprentice. It's fucking wild. Maul goes through some fucked up shit, and I've been watching Rebels as well, and I'm on season 4 now, but it makes Maul such a wilder and more interesting character. But anyway, I'm hoping that in The Acolyte they take some of that Plagueis novel, specifically the beginning, and adapt that into the show, because I think they could. The show is set like 100 years before the Phantom Menace. The book starts, like 50 years before the Phantom Menace. So they could technically do it. Have like a young Plagueis. Maybe Plagueis is an acolyte too, or Plagueis is the fucking master going out and searching for all of these Jedi, or not Jedi, but like Force sensitives that the Jedi didn't take or didn't know about, and he's finding them out. Because in the book, he kind of gets confronted by an apprentice of his old master that Plagueis killed, that he was training at the same time, I guess, to get rid of Plagueis, because obviously Plagueis is more powerful, he's smarter, and just overall a better Sith than Darth Tenebris was. But so he takes that dude and like fucks his whole goddamn world up and basically keeps him in a coma for 30 years. And I'm pretty sure that that's how he created Anakin, because he kills this dude the same year that Anakin is born from the Force. So I think he just basically killed this guy and created Anakin using him. They don't specifically say that, but that's my theory. Anyway, so the Acolyte, Star Wars Newsnet, which is a really good site if you want real legitimate info on what's happening in Star Wars and production wise and what's going on with leaks and all that stuff. They're very accurate, and they were saying that the story of the Acolyte starts with a girl and her sister. They live in a village on this planet that gets raided by like these, I don't know, primitive raiders or something. It's like a primitive planet and they can't protect themselves. So the Jedi come in and offer this whole village protection in exchange for her sister, who is a couple years younger than her, who is extremely force sensitive, and at the right age, the Jedi were like, yo, fuck your parents, we're taking you, and you know, you've got no choice, you gotta become a Jedi. So they take her, and then the Raiders come back, but the Jedi never come back to protect them, which pisses the lead character off. So instead, a Sith comes in and saves them, essentially saves the village, and then turns her into an acolyte, I guess. That's the basis of what I read on Star Wars Newsnet, which this could not be true. It could be 100% true. I don't know. This was a leak. So take that with a grain of salt. But it sounds dope, because what I gathered from it was that whoever the Sith Lord is, the main head honcho right now, which is more than likely Plagueis, is out here trying to find his new apprentice. So he's just scooping up all of these Force sensitives and taking them to wherever. Please be Korriban. Please make Korriban like a fucking... make it canon. I will make it canon. But who knows? That was an ancient site, so they might not be there. I don't know. They could be anywhere else. But anyway, if any of this is right, and there's a bunch of acolytes, basically all competing to be the next Sith apprentice, that means it's going to be like a Hunger Games situation, right? And everybody's going to be fucking killing each other, fighting to the death. Basically like a Sith Jedi Academy with murder. That'll be cool. Fighting to be Plagueis' next apprentice, which again could be pretty sick. Or Plagueis is a fucking acolyte himself, and Tenebris is the head honcho, and Tenebris is finding it, but Plagueis, being his manipulative, smart, ingenious self that he is gonna fuck everything up and then take this girl into his apprenticeship, which ultimately he's gonna have to kill her. And I don't want her to turn. I don't need a redemption arc. I want her to be evil throughout the entire thing. I want her to die either by her sister, because they're definitely gonna clash. They're gonna have this whole, Jedi Sith. I can't kill my sister, she's a Jedi. It'll be like an Obi-Wan Anakin thing with these two sisters, which will be really cool, I think. But anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Besides Andor. Andor is going to be a kick-ass fucking show. I can already tell by the trailers. That show is going to kick ass. Like, beyond recognition. You won't be able to... it'll be beaten into a pulp. It'll be I might be overhyping it, but I am fucking pumped for that show. It looks insanely good. Insanely good. And I saw something else about all these people, like, it was on some fucking dumb Facebook group, all the neckbeards in there throwing their goddamn opinions in everywhere. Which, I got a neckbeard too, but whatever. I saw something there, people were trying to predict who all would be in it, and it was basically like the entire crew from Rebels. And I'm like, look, I don't really necessarily want any lightsabers in this show. I keep it like Rogue One. Like, I like the espionage, I like the spy craft kind of stuff. I love all of that. And I love Jedis too, they're my favorite, but we don't always need Jedi. I like to see what the regular people do, which, whatever. We might see Cal, we might see Ezra. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to see Ezra until the Ahsoka show. Then give me all the Jedi. Give me all the Jedi. Give me the Sith. Give me everybody. Fuck it. Give me everybody in that show. This, I want it to be more grounded and less focused on Force users and more focused on the war and the rebellion and the politics. Everybody gets all pissed off about the politics in Star Wars. I like the politics in Star Wars. It's fascinating because it very much mirrors our own politics here in the good old United States of A. Which I'm not going to tell you my opinion on that, but it is very similar in a way to what's going on in our political climate here. So yeah, I don't really. That's really all I want to see in it. I just want to see like a badass spy thriller show, which is what they've promised, and that's what the fucking trailers look like. It looks great. Everything about it looks great. I'm super excited. I can't wait. I just want it to be out already. Which will be I'll be in Greece when that fucking thing comes out. That's gonna like ruin an hour and a half of my vacation, but whatever. I don't even care. It's not gonna ruin it. My girlfriend might be fucking pissed that I'm sitting in Greece watching Star Wars instead of enjoying the beautiful scenery of the Gracoian Islands. I think that's a real word. Anyway, what do you guys want to see in Andor? What do you guys want to see out of the Acolyte? Which one's your most anticipated Star Wars show coming out? Is it Ahsoka? Is it Andor? Is it the Acolyte? Look at the 3 A's. Mando season 3 is going to be kick-ass. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite or what your most anticipated Star Wars show is, and I'll tell you mine. Well, I already did. It's the Acolyte over all of them, honestly, because I'm more curious about it than anything. Yeah, man. Other than that, like, there's some good stuff coming out this fall. Honestly, it's gonna be a busy fucking fall between House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, Andor. I'm not watching She-Hulk. I saw the first episode. Everybody was like raving about it, saying it's like again, they pulled a fucking House of the Dragon, saying it's like the best Marvel show that they've done. It was okay. Like, again, it was funny. Everybody was really fucking just like rolling around, crying, laughing over that fucking post-credit scene. Was it that funny? Honestly. Captain America Fox. Was it that funny? Oh, whatever. Anyway, what are you guys looking forward to the most this fall? I mean, we got Black Panther 2 coming out. Again, I don't care about that. Let me know in the comments below. Hell, there's a bunch of shit that I probably don't even know anything about that's coming out. Like, what are the Oscar films that are coming out? Where are the art movies? Where are the weird, like, I need Hollywood to see me movies? You know what I mean? Like that desperate pull for attention from the elites in Hollywood. Like, I want to know what those movies are. Not because I'll probably watch them, but mainly just so I can talk shit about them, but I'll more than likely enjoy them at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, like it, dislike it. I don't give a fuck. Hit that bell. Do whatever you want. I'll be here when I'm here. You know me. I upload when I upload. There's no weekly schedule. Unless there's a good show out like Andor or House of the Dragon, I might do these weekly shows. And you know what? Since we're here, let's get to 1,000 subscribers, right? I'd like to get to at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which probably won't happen because I am not consistent at all. But with that said, I gotta go eat some more of my armpit curry. And yeah, so have a great rest of your evening, week, day, whenever you see this. Have a good one.